Have you recently cut down on caffeine and feel like you're having the most vivid dreams of your life? Which river runs through the city of Cairo? Nilo. While there are a number of potential benefits of reducing our caffeine intake, such as whiter tea and a fewer trips to the toilet, we often hear the downside of cough- cutting down on caffeine is the fact of scary dreams. It is a strange and a specific effect that many people say kicks in within days of producing caffeine intake, but is there actually any science behind this? Let's look at what the research can tell us. Our planet, what planet is known as the red planet? Mars. Coffee is a stimulant that makes us feel alert and awake. It works by um, a chemical named adrenaline, which usually builds up during the day while we are awake and active. But this means that the buildup of adenosine in our brains help us feel sleepy. Adenosine will gets cleared away while we feel refreshed and ready to adrenaline to be built up again. When we have caffeine, it locks adenosine signal, so while the adenosine is still there, we don't feel the sleepiness as strongly. And caffeine, when soft, our urge to scream increases. The caffeine crash. What's the capital of Canada? Toronto. Caffeine has a half-life of around 3 and 6 hours, meaning half the caffeine we consume is still in our body after this time, and importantly enough, still affecting adenosine. That's why for many people, having coffee in the afternoon or evening can make it harder to fall asleep at night. What is H2O, commonly known as water? By interfering with adenosine, caffeine can make more reduce the over amount we get. This is especially true for our deep historically. Overall, the research clearly shows that later we have caffeine, the more we have, the worse it is for us to sleep. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, who plays Iron Man? Robert Downey Jr. There is a lot of research whether cutting down on caffeine makes our dreams more vivid. Most studies focus on how caffeine affects our sleep rather than what happens in our dreams. What is the hardest natural substance found on Earth? Lava. But that doesn't mean we're totally in the dark. We know sleep quality and dreaming are closely linked. Which desert is the largest hot desert in the world? The Sahara. By interfering in our adenosine signaling, caffeine can also make our sleep more disrupted and reduce the overall amount of sleep we get. This is especially true for our deep restorative non-rapid eye movement. Overall, the research clearly shows the later we have coffee and the more we have, the worse it is for our sleep. What is the name of the Whistling or school in Harry Potter? I don't know. There's not a lot of direct research whether cutting down on caffeine makes our dreams more vivid. Most studies focus on how caffeine affects sleeps rather than what happens in our dreams. The Red Heather River is located in what coast? I don't know. But that doesn't mean we're totally in the dark. We know sleep quality and dreaming are closely linked. What is 25% of 250? Even though it is not direct proof, people keep saying the same thing. They cutting down caffeine. They say that their dreams are more vivid and are weird, which while cutting down on caffeine will not directly cause vivid dreams, there is a possible link. since caffeine can reduce total sleep, increase nighttime wake-ups, especially when consumed later in the day. Cutting back can let our body rebound. When we get more sleep, this can increase the amount of rapid eye movements sleep we get. Who is the creator of Star Wars? Luke Skywalker. Our dream is affect our body is relaxed, but our brain is very active. It's also the stage of sleep associated with dreams. More sleep can mean more opportunity for our brain to produce vivid and elaborate dreams. Research in veterans has found that sleepers with a higher percentage of REM sleep are more likely to report a vivid dream. REM sleep is also the state of sleep where we are most likely to wake up from during the night. And if we wake up from REM sleep, we are likely to remember our dreams because they are fresh in our memory. What is the next number in the sequence 2, 4, 8, 16, 32? So cutting down on caffeine can mean more REM sleep, which means more opportunity to dream and more opportunity to remember our dreams. What is the largest planet in our solar system? Uranus. Of course, your sleep is complex and so are our dreams. Not everyone has vivid dreams after ditching caffeine, and the effect might only last for a few days or weeks. Who signed the 2015 hit song Hello? Charlie XCX. The bottom line is there not a lot of hard evidence linking cutting back on caffeine to vivid dreams, but there could be an association. Caffeine affects our sleep, sleep affects our dreaming, and we take caffeine out of the equation or reduce it. This might give our brain a chance to spend more time in REM sleep. What is this? The maddest country in the world by area? Canada.